Hi, I'm Farmington Mayor Nate Duckett. In today's episode of the Mayor's Table, we'll be talking to Alan Elmore and Outdoor Recreation Director Cory Styron in regards to today's canyon cleanup out here in our Glade Run Recreation area. Hey everybody, this is Farmington Mayor Nate Duckett, and today we're out in Chokecherry Canyon, or our Glade Run Recreation area, and we're here at what may be the 50th annual canyon cleanup event. Certainly, we know over the last few years we've done some very specific spring cleanups with partnerships with Waste Management. But today I have with me Alan Elmore, who's with our Four Corners Cliffhangers Club, who's been organizing this particular event now for quite a few years, and our Outdoor Recreation Director, Cory Styron, who's joined us out here as well. So, Alan, I really just want to center on kind of what you have created with this event, how it came about, and today, obviously, we're seeing a lot of great volunteerism here in our city.
I think this is the most volunteers I've ever seen out for this event before. It's really pretty cool to see this many people. We've done a few things over the past few years to try to attract more people to it. Offering free lunch has been one of them. Doing a camp out before has been one. This year we incorporated a little raffle and asked some local business people to donate some raffle items. And we're giving tickets as people come in and dump off trash. So we'll have a raffle at 4 today.
You have really ramped up everything that's gone into this, because, I mean, I remember the first year we're out here and we had the dumpsters and we just kind of went at it. And now it's really organized in the way that you're executing it with a number of community partners that have invested. So seeing those types of groups put in the prizes for the raffles, maybe you can talk on some of those folks and we could recognize them here.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, of course, Waste Management has always been a sponsor. They show up. In years past, what happened is I believe BLM had to pay Waste Management, or the city or the county had to pay Waste Management to bring in dumpsters. But Waste Management has committed to 2 trash cleanups a year with 6 rollout dumpsters. Each of these dumpsters normally costs, I think, $500 to rent. So you're looking at $3,000 worth of dumpsters twice a year that Waste Management has committed to forever donate these dumpsters to us. American Classifieds is a media partner. That's my business.
Yes, sir.
They're a media partner, and they provide refreshments. Each time I do a cleanup, we find a new lunch sponsor. This year, this specific event, the Rotary Club of Farmington, New Mexico is sponsoring lunch. They'll be cooking hot dogs out there at noon. We've got a lot of great sponsors. I mean, Ty Morris jumped in right from the beginning. He's a tattoo artist here in Farmington. He works at Jake's. He's an excellent tattoo artist. He's won some major trophies, major competitions. He's donated a $200 gift certificate. Andrea Hathcock, who also works at the same tattoo shop, has donated a $200 gift certificate. 550 Brewing, we've got a t-shirt and some beer. 505 Cycles, we've got some hats from them. 550 Pizzeria, we've got dinner for 2 and beers and wine. I've got Guild Mortgage donated $200. So I went and bought $200 worth of gift cards for the kids that win. If any kids are drawn and a beer thing comes up or tattoos, they're going to get a $25 gift certificate to Aspen Leaf.
Awesome.
And I've got 8 Aspen Leaf gift certificates from Guild Mortgage. Ben Mortensen with State Farm, he donated a $50 gift card, so that's going to be $50 to, I forget, Tequilas. That's where I bought it. So
okay.
$50 gift certificate to Tequilas. Downtown Artifacts Gallery has donated a gift basket, which is amazing. I mean, there's just so many prizes today.
Stacy's Wesper with Soldan Hot Yoga also donated some yoga classes.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's just so many cool items. And that the idea is that people respond to incentives, right?
True.
So I just wanted to incentivize it a little bit. If somebody was thinking about coming out and maybe thought, you know what, I've got other stuff I've got to do, maybe I could just add a little bit of an incentive to it and try to
get them out here.
Get them out here.
Put them over the edge. Cory, we talked earlier just the component of how does this relate to our outdoor recreation efforts that we're pushing out here with all of our trails and our canyons?
Well, I think this is one of our building blocks. This is our community, and our community partners come out here and demonstrate to us how great this asset is, and they get behind us and make these great things we want to do, the trails and helping maintain them and signing them and pushing them over the edge. It's really important for our community support to be here in all these activities, because if we're doing stuff without our community support, they're probably doomed to fail.
Right. So I can say this is the most people that I've seen out here at 8 o'clock in the morning for this event. So I think our outreach efforts were really done well, Alan. I did have a lady who walks her dog out here who showed up and said, I haven't heard anything about this.
Yeah.
So there are, of course, corners that are not being made, but I think the amount of distribution that I saw out there, it has been successful.
I mean, you've had events before. You know that no matter what you do with an event,
going to be missed.
You're going to miss some people. I mean, I forgot to mention Cliffhangers, of course.
Of course.
Cliffhangers is the club that's put this on year after year since the 1970s. And this year they donated $200 actually, and we did some Facebook marketing with that $200. So the club donated $200 of their own money and did some Facebook marketing. That was really pretty cool.
Now, this is a great tie-in because this is also the same weekend as Dumpster Weekend for the city of Farmington.
Yep.
So I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we find out here when we're cleaning up. And I've seen a couple truckloads of groups coming through that have organic materials.
Yep.
We got a truck coming through here right now with branches. We saw big loads of hay bales. Those things aren't natural.
No.
They don't belong out here in our recreation area in the canyons.
I think whenever I find somebody dumping them out here and they're confused about it, they're like, this is just organic material, it's going to return to the earth or whatever. They wouldn't dump it in their own yard,
right?
Because it looks ugly. It doesn't look like the natural surroundings that we're used to out here. And we have so many great events planned out here for this summer that people are going to come from all over the world to come to these events this summer. And they're just, do you really want them to see, piles of yard trash? Yard waste?
Sure.
Yeah, it decomposes in 100 years, but it still looks like crud out here.
Doesn't belong here.
No, it doesn't.
It may be interesting for them to think that, you know what, when I brought those branches out here, they're not there anymore. Though the reason they're not there anymore is not because they decomposed.
Yeah.
It's because a group came out and cleaned it up.
Yep.
So please don't bring any more of those out to what is our shared yard, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I know from my years in working in retail, the first and last thing that a person sees when they leave your store or your facility is usually the thing that they remember most. And I can tell you, just if you're out here in the glade and you see trash or you see a dead horse, which we've seen out here, people dumping dead dogs and horses and things that absolutely they don't belong.
Yep.
But Dumpster Weekend has been set up, Cory. Maybe you can talk a little about this with the city of Farmington. And that allows people to bring in some of those big bulky items that they don't normally have the ability to get rid of. So like tires and things like that, correct?
Right, we provide it as a local service. We do have our landfill that'll take all of these items except for hazardous waste. It is a little bit of a jaunt outside the city, but our Farmington residents actually can dump basically a pickup load out there with their utility bill each month.
Right.
So we've tried over the years to make it convenient to Farmington residents to have that opportunity during spring cleaning. It's a beautiful day today. We got a lot of people out, trimming off their branches, getting out. So we want to make that convenient for our residents to get rid of that mass disposal in and around town. But it is open year-round at our local dump.
So we could have got JJ in this question into this conversation. JJ, of course, is one of our rangers that works for the BLM, and talk a little bit about what the violations are, what's the consequences of people who get caught dumping in this area. Maybe you know a little bit about any of that?
I don't. Okay. And I would say that I think it would be beneficial to us to put up a sign here at the entrance, at all the entrances. There's no signage. There's no signs
anywhere that says no dumping.
Yeah.
That's something that I've talked about
That's
before.
That's something we should definitely have out here. But yeah, a signage that maybe lists the fines for dumping, because it is high. I think it's $500 or $1,000. It's in that range.
Yeah, we need to let people know that. And of course, I've also been a proponent. I say this tentatively, just myself personally, when I see people heading to the glade with trash in their trucks or materials in their trucks, you're normally not going to the glade to grab more of that. You're going to go there to dump that.
Yeah.
And so certainly I that's what we have, the non-emergency dispatch number 4. I certainly alert authorities when there's somebody who's coming out here with that material.
I think something else, Mayor, though, is we've worked really hard with the county this year with the GIS application.
Yes, absolutely.
That we can, that anybody that enjoys this, if you come out here and do find a trouble spot, you can actually tag it with your phone. So it's an app, we can give them the information. You ping it, and the county's being really active in bringing out the county jail inmates to provide some additional cleanup. And I can tell you from talking to not only our local enforcement, but county enforcement, if they find any personal information in that pile, they are prosecuting.
Awesome.
So they're backing track. So if you're leaving, you know, your water bills, your phone bills, they're coming after you, because this is one of our great assets right outside our back door that we want to preserve and protect.
And that county app, and we'll put that information on the screen for our viewers to see it. And I got confirmation that the county manager is sending out at least one day a week 2 groups that are hitting those spots. So we know they're being done. Of course, during the winter time, it was a little bit wet out here. It was hard to get to some of these spots, which is why I think this cleanup is particularly important, is it's getting all that winter, you know, and it's unfortunate to me. I wish people respected our lands more and understood that the city has put together a really good program through Waste Management, that they can dump those things at the dump where it belongs. And I think as a community, if there's something in your yard or something that you need to get rid of and you don't have the physical ability to do it, you don't have a truck to do it, you can do some outreach and contact the city of Farmington. We'll find somebody to get over there to take care of that stuff. I got a truck.
We'll find volunteers.
You got a truck.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll find somebody to help you take care of those things, so that it doesn't end up being, you know, this is the easiest, quickest way to get rid of it, because it's the worst place to put it.
It is.
Period.
I couldn't think of a worse place to put it.
I couldn't think of anywhere worse.
I mean, for the viewers that don't know, there's at least 60 off-road trails out here. There's how many mountain bike trails? There's horseback riding trails, hiking trails. There's Indian ruins.
Yes.
I mean, this place is just full of beautiful, beautiful scenery. And yet it's the spot. I mean, it's just a convenient spot that I guess people come to dump. When the transfer station's only a few miles that way, the dump's only a few miles that way.
Yeah. Well, I certainly ask, I think as a call to action for our community, is recognize the importance of the Glade Run Recreation Area to the future of our outdoor recreation economy. Obviously for locals, it's been a place of a haven for off-road recreation. But we're trying to build this industry up here, tourism and outdoor recreation manufacturing. And this is a place we want businesses and business owners to be able to come and say, you know what, I could build this here, I can test it here, this is a beautiful area, I want to bring clients here, I want to showcase where I have now decided to put my business, and it's here in Farmington because this community cares about their assets and they're taking care of them.
Yep.
And that's kind of the big push that we're doing, and I appreciate all the volunteers who've come out here today so far, and it's still early.
Yeah, it's huge.
There's still some more events going on. We got lunch coming up at noon, and obviously this is going to air after the fact, but I just want to make sure we do a shout out to them.
I'd love to thank them too. I mean, that's great. It really shows a lot of, it shows, I mean, I love it. I just love seeing all these people come out and volunteer their time and their effort to come and make our playground, our backyard look really pretty.
Thanks for all you're doing, man. Put that out there.
No problem, man.
Cory, any other thoughts?
No, again, this is a great partnership. We love it when our user groups help us in our endeavor to be the outdoor capital of the world now.
Right.
And we're looking for more groups. So if you have a mountain bike group or an equestrian group or a hiking group or a rafting group and you want to be active like the Cliffhangers have been out here, we'll surely work with you and figure out how we can make that happen, whether it's a trash pickup, signage, improvement in the facilities. We're listening to those ideas, getting them on a list and figuring out how to make it happen.
Yep.
You know, Cory, you're the kind of the pinpoint contact for all the outdoor recreation stuff. I want to make sure I remind people of that. Hopefully this information gets out in a broad spectrum. But we have talked about the need that if we're going to fully achieve the vision of what outdoor recreation can be here in Farmington, it really is the people who are here now using the trails, helping us maintain the trails, helping us clean the canyons, that's going to push this to the point where we'll recognize we've done something.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it is a community effort. Government can't do this for us. That is just a fact.
Exactly.
It takes the people who are using the trails, love the trails, have the passion, they want to share it with the world.
And I think it's important to remind people that, you know, I know we have a lot of people, you and I have talked to hundreds of people that have kind of had a bad taste. They've tried for 10 or 15 years to make something happen and it just wasn't the right time. You know, I want everybody to know that this is a new time. We're committed to making this happen. So the BLM is committed to making this happen. What they've done over the past couple of years with investing in this facility and upgrading their resources You know, granted, it's probably not at the speed other people want, but we are making progress,
Sure.
and this is a new normal. So if you had a bad experience or it tasted bad last time, come talk to us. It's a new day, and we need to kind of put some of those things behind us and look forward, because it is. There's a lot of people that really look at us being where outdoor lovers and active families thrive.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
Well, Alan and Cory, thank you for joining me here today on the Mayor's Table. Alan,
Thanks for
thank you
having me.
again for organizing these events. If you're interested in finding out more information about the 4x4 cliffhangers.
Yeah, we're on Facebook, and Cliffhangers 4wheeldriveclub.com or cliffhangers4x4.com, something like that.
And of course, on the City of Farmington's website, there's information regarding Dumpster Weekend and Farmington Clean and Beautiful, which is the city's effort in keeping the city clean and beautiful. I know I've gotten calls for us to do a river cleanup as well, and so I think that's something we need to be looking at in organizing a group. But thank you for joining us as always here on the Mayor's Table. If you've got ideas, thoughts, subjects that you'd like to see covered, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at nduckett@fmtm.org. We appreciate your community efforts and volunteerism. We ask you to come out and be engaged in this movement that we have going on here in Farmington to grow outdoor recreation and showcase our city to the world.